So we're going to be doing the same fundamental skating, but we're changing up the drill to what I call the box drill. Now, we still have 4 cones. Now, instead of doing straight line movements, we're going to have to add a pivot into these. Now, with these pivots, this is going to be more like what you're going to be doing in an actual crease. But what we have to do with the goaltenders, we have to make sure they perfect that straight line skating, understand the motions and the body control, then we continue to add the pivot in. So we're going to be doing T pushes first. Now what you're going to notice is her head is going to turn and she's going to lock eyes with that cone here every single time. And when we're squaring up in the box drill, I want you guys to imagine that there's an X going through these. So every single time the goalie stops, their body should be centered right on this line here. Now the big thing is we got to turn our shoulders, and now we're going to have to pivot both our feet. So this foot here, her right leg, is going to be the steering leg. This is going to get pointed in the direction that she needs to go. But one important piece of the puzzle that I'll show you here in a second is our pushing foot. Okay? So she looks, she turns her shoulders, her outside leg turns, and she pushes across and stops with her lead foot in a good stance. But right here I want you guys to see. So this foot's going to turn like usual, and it's going to be trying to go into that straight line to where we can make or get square to this cone here. But the most important thing I want you guys to see is this foot here. A lot of kids will turn their outside foot, but they forget to turn their pushing foot. Now, if we do not get that pushing foot turned, you will lose all balance and you will lose all power. So anytime we do pivots, our lead leg leads where we want to go, but then we need to make a right angle with the foot that is going to be pushing. If that foot does not get into a right angle or have 90 degrees in there, you will start to lose some power and some balance. So again, we're watching this foot. We're going to do it super slow-mo. She turns her lead leg, but right here, you see how it turns? Now she can push and get solid power in that push. So we're going to go watch at full speed. So we pivot, pushing foot turns, and push. And every time she stops hard on her lead leg, therefore she's ready to go for any kind of shot. So I'll reverse it one more time so you can see slow motion again. She stopped in a good stance. She looks, she turns her head, her shoulders start to turn. Now her left leg turns here. She gets a hard, solid push. She drags her pushing foot behind, so right when she stops, she's in a stance, ready to go for a puck.